Hi, I'm Kathy Ageron, and I'm with Brevard Cultural Alliance. Brevard Cultural Alliance is a designated local arts agency for all of Brevard County. We serve cultural organizations, artists, and present arts education programs in Brevard public schools, among many other things. We serve groups of all sizes and all disciplines. We are so excited to welcome you back today for episode 3 of season 3 of True Colors. With True Colors, Brevard Cultural Alliance seeks to highlight diversity and inclusiveness for Brevard's cultural community by providing a platform for new voices. We want to thank you so much for joining us today. And just a quick reminder that all of our episodes are available on both our Facebook and YouTube channels. And now, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the host of True Colors, CEO of Diversity of Thought, David Jones.
Hey, hello. Hey, Kathy, how you doing?
Great, thanks.
Good. Kathy, as always, I cannot thank you enough. What Brevard Cultural Alliance does for our community is fantastic, and we genuinely appreciate you. And I specifically appreciate you getting up early and hanging out with me this morning.
No problem. Happy to do it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get this program rolling because today I'm really excited. You know, sometimes we have people who grace us with their presence more times than once. And it's funny because it usually happens because they're involved in something else. We'll highlight them, and then all of a sudden, Carl Lewis, as you know, has been like a favorite. He's been on the show several times, but only once for him. And then him just saying, "Hey, I work with these other artists here, some cool people," and that's similar to our next guest that we're bringing on today. So I got to tell you, I met Kristen through this program and have just become a fan. I think she's absolutely brilliant at what she does. And so, everybody watching, I don't care if I can hear you, see you or not, go ahead and just give that round of applause to yourself to Miss Kristen Warren. Hey, what's going on?
Hello. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, man, I'm so happy that you are back. But you didn't come alone today.
I did not. Do you want me to introduce, or are you
Ooh,
introducing?
hey, listen, yeah, go ahead and practice because I'm going to want you to host a show one day. So let's go. Let's see what you got.
Oh God, you're funny. Because hosting is an art all unto itself. So like, I just sing, like, you know.
Okay, so if you could do me a favor, if you could sing her name for me, and then I'll bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
Lauren Giacconi.
Oh,
I need to make that some sort of ringtone or something. That's fantastic.
listen. So, ladies and gentlemen, for 1999, Kristen Warren will sing your name as an introduction, so you can use it everywhere you go. And that. And if you act right now, we'll throw in a second name, absolutely free. No, let me stop. All right. So,
For real though, think about it. A jingle for your business or something. Things like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm really happy to have you two here because something fantastic is happening this weekend. On Saturday, November the 5th, if I'm not mistaken, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. And we are going to, some people will get that joke, Kristen. I think you might be one of them. Here we have the Space Coast Music Festival. It's been taking place for a while. It's an amazing event. But something is happening for the very first time in the history of the Space Coast Music Festival. And can you explain to us what that is?
Yes. This year, Black Box Blackout has its own stage at the Space Coast Music Festival, and this is the first stage ever in the history of the festival to feature all Black and Brown artists.
Very cool. That is awesome. That is absolutely brilliant and amazing. It really is. I want to talk about it, but you've been here before, Kristen. It's been a little while. I just want to get caught up. Anything cool? What's happening out in your world? Like, get us caught up to what's been happening with Kristen Warren.
Yeah, since the last time we spoke, I had the honor of going to New York City and then to London with TED Talks. If anyone is not familiar with TED, it's basically an internationally known organization that's all about educating, and typically their presentations are lectures, but we had the honor of presenting a song on both stages. Right now, TED is really big into sustainability and preserving the planet, and we were asked to write a song about global warming, and they enjoyed our performance in New York so much that they asked us if we wanted to do the same performance in London, and we said yeah, and so
Like,
yeah.
no, we don't want to go to London on your dime.
Think about that, right? And so it was a super blessing. That was my first time leaving the country, and it was just a mind-blowing, life-changing experience. And it's great to come back to my hometown with that under my belt, because it does give me some new perspective and motivation. And so I've been blessed to be a part of the TED movement and to join the family. And now I'm home.
Very, very cool. Well, congratulations, man. We're all very proud of you. You do Brevard County proud. And so yeah, we appreciate. I'm telling you, man, Brevard County is on the map for a few things. We are the Space Coast because we could put rockets and spaceships into space. We're good at that. We're really good at it.
Right.
But I gotta tell you, well, you know what else we're really good at? Talent, man. The amount of entertainers that we have here and the brilliant talent that you all have is phenomenal.
Yes.
So we appreciate you because you're continuing to make sure the rest of the world sees that. So thank you for that. Let's talk about this weekend, man. There's something cool that's happening now. It's the Black Box Blackout, and I always have to be careful because it's a tongue.
You did so good. That was so good.
I appreciate it. I feel super cautious though when I'm saying it's the Black Box Blackout. Like I have to enunciate every single part of it, or else I'm going to jack it up. And it's pretty cool. So
say it 5 times fast.
No, not on here. We'll try it when we get off air. All right. So this is the second year for the Black Box Blackout. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes, we're coming up on this coming February will be the second installment, the second month-long Black Box Blackout Festival. We did a month-long celebration in February 22, and the community response was really amazing and pretty much instantly. And I think you actually, David, you were one of the people that said, this is happening again. And so,
yes. When you see something amazing, I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to do that again. It has to go down again.
We're doing it
again. So one of the things that I want to ask you though is, where did the idea or the concept for a Black Box Blackout come from?
Well, it kind of touches on what you were saying about there being so much talent here. And I always call Melbourne the land of hidden gems, right? You have a lot that isn't necessarily visible on the surface. You kind of have to dig deep and find, the hidden gems in our area. And that includes really, really talented people. And I do feel that our culture is underrepresented in the area, and there's a lot of conversations that need to happen, but how do you start those conversations in a way that feel inclusive and non-threatening? And I feel that the arts is the obvious answer to that. And so an idea that I sat on for years really was, what if we took, during the month of February, what if we took a venue and just did as many Black productions as possible, whether it's stand-up comedy, concerts, theatrical, visual art, we'll just shove as many productions as possible into those 28 days. And I finally decided at the top of this year, I was like, I'm going to stop sitting on this idea and I'm just going to do it. And in 8 weeks, we threw that together. So, yeah. So we were all very tired by the end of that month. But like I said,
call and say, "Hey, listen, I have this idea."
Right. And I'm trying to get better at that. I really am trying to get better at that. And I'm just really blessed to have great friends that go along with my craziness and will say, sure, let's go, let's do it. And so when I called Lauren about this, she was like, yeah. And then when I called Funky Dog, which is where that's the primary venue for this, shout out to Funky Dog Improv and Aaron and Holly. Thank you so much for being open to this. There was no hesitation. They were on board right away, and we just did it. And we did several productions in the month of February, and this coming February, we're doing more.
Well, and then and it must have worked and got the attention because you did this in February, and all of a sudden at the Space Coast Music Festival, now there's its own stage, and so that's why I think it's amazing and beautiful when you put it out there. People will find it and say, I want more. And now look, it was like I had this idea started in February, but this is happening in November and it's coming back in February. And I can only imagine that it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But what's really important for me is that this transitions from, we know we have amazing artists here and we can see them. Now let's pay them because we have to make sure that we're bringing individuals out.
What did you say? Say that.
Let's pay
the
them.
artist is like, say it louder for the people in the back. There you go.
Yes,
no, we do because here's what I would tell you, and we're gonna actually be able to hear some of the music, but the idea that there is like a gala, there's like 2 or 3 galas a month, it feels like, in Brevard County. There's all these events that happen and take place, and we have these local artists that should be hired as entertainment because you're amazing at what you do. All of you are so brilliantly amazing at what you do. Let's find a way. You enhance events, and we can enhance you all by hiring you to pay to do that. I think it's a win-win for everybody, and we're going to continue to work on it.
Economy here locally.
Yeah, yes,
that's exactly what that is.
Yes. Let me tell you something. Kathy probably just smiled because she said, heck yeah, stimulate our local economy through the arts is exactly what BCA is trying to do. Good stuff. I love it. Hey, man, you know what? I want to jam with you guys for a minute. So before we're going to have some more questions, but there was a artist, and let's see here. Let me get this right because I know what I'm doing. Except for my computer decided to go haywire. So there's an artist that that's going to be performing, Eugene Snowden, if I'm not mistaken. Am I saying that correctly? Yes. All right, so we're going to let Eugene jam with us for them. Now we're going to still be on camera, so if you're dancing, everybody can see you. I just want to give you a heads up. I don't want you to be like.
So funky.
It's funky.
Things are getting harder by the minute, by the mile. Everybody wants to live forever. People keep on stressing by the second, by the hour. Only a fool can make the world so sad. Excuse me, can you help me? I've been taken for a clown. Everything I know's been turned around. From the times I've been neglected, other times been disrespected. Wanna speak just to hear a sound. Fill my cup just to drink it down. Just to get by. Just to get by. Just to get by. Just to get by.
I appreciate the words in there because I can mouth it like I know the song without the read.
When life blinds you, hope will find you.
Okay, so you got that. That was some funk right there. I like that. So that's the other thing that I like is there's so many different types of artists that are going to be taking place on one stage. Because it's I've seen we've got funk like that. We've got that smooth, sultry, just amazing sound that Kristen Warren likes to bring when she hits the stage. We've got I've seen hip hop. It really is like some of everything.
We have some
I don't know
Latinas
who that
on
is,
stage
but
as well.
there's a Facebook user that said they're here for the dancing, and I am with you. I don't know who you are, random Facebook user, but I agree.
We'll come out on Saturday and you can dance with us.
Hey, there you go. Random Facebook user, you heard it here. Come out on Saturday, and we are all going to dance. Okay, so just to get back into a couple of questions, what are some other artists that we're going to see on Saturday?
I have the list here if you'd like.
Yeah,
first
shout them
off,
out for us.
kicking off the stage, we have Suave. And she is a hip hop artist, correct? Kristen, yeah. And then AG.
Yes.
AG is following after that. Then we have Kristen Warren. So the first two are hip hop artists, and then we're going to slow it down and put Kristen on with an acoustic set. And then after that, Nico Sweet.
Okay.
Tell us about Nico Sweet.
This is a young lady who is a vocalist and she raps. So she's like a double whammy. I really wanted to use the early part of the stage to showcase like the young up and comers, like, and a couple of them this is their first time ever performing.
Oh, wow.
And I love to give that opportunity to young people, because I remember, when I first got started and the people that saw something in me and gave me a chance. And so I always look to pay it forward. And so Nico Sweet, and I mean, she's young, but she's really dope. And she's going to rock the stage with her voice and also with her lyricism.
So wait, Tony was one of those people, right? You said that
Tony
that looked out for you. Tony Wynn.
Oh, Tony. Yes. You said Tony. I was like, Tony Wynn. Tony
Wynn.
Wynn.
My bad.
Wynn, yeah.
Wynn. Yeah. But but that's what I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that. Like, he's like, hey, I'm looking out and I'm trying to make sure I help out artists. And you're like, hey, man, he looked out for me. I'm paying it forward. I got to make sure I keep that line going. And this is how we keep this artist game strong here. That is fantastic. Absolutely. Did you know that? Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, I am not a gatekeeper. If you're in music, you hear, and maybe in other, you know what I'm saying? In other art worlds, you have the people who are more seasoned. And so they become, they're not inclusive, and they become gatekeepers, and they're selective of who's allowed in and who's not allowed in. I'm grateful that I had people that let me in. And so I try to do the same always.
I like it. Speaking of letting folks in, I'm going to try something, because we can actually be talking and still jamming. And we have,
Brand.
Man, nope. I'm not going to say it right. It's de la.
It's Hijas de la Muerte.
Hijas de la Muerte.
Hijas de la.
And you know what's great?
It's so different than what you
I'll tell you, I love it. Like, it's so many different type of music that we're going to see on this stage, which is absolutely fantastic.
So diverse.
Brilliant. Yes. I love, the DEI guy here is just like, oh yeah. You're speaking my language. It's a unique blend of sound that is coming together on one stage, and the representation is just phenomenal, because at times, when you think about the entertainment as far as performers and things of that nature, you don't always think about Black or brown individuals in this area. Yet our contributions are absolutely phenomenal. And you're starting to see, and I'm really starting to see it more, which is fantastic. And because you put together stuff like this, it's going to continue to shine. And again, man, we can't thank you enough. Again, that's taking place this weekend. Space Coast Music Festival on November 5th from 12 p.m. until November 6th, 12:30 a.m. It's an all-day affair. Why should people come out in to this event on Saturday? If Lauren, if I said, why should people come out to the Space Coast Music Festival? Why should
I would say, you know what, my first thought with this is to, if you have kids or if you have any young people around you that are going through something, please, for the love of God, bring them. Bring your whole family, because this is a family-friendly event. This is helping a local nonprofit. On top of it, everything, is going to be centered around, being aware that kids are there. And so you're safe to bring your family. But my reason for saying that is because these kids need some inspiration. A lot of people think that we live in this little sleepy town of Brevard. Absolutely not. You speak about, the gatekeepers and all this little stuff. Sometimes we don't really let everybody know about what's happening in this little, quote unquote sleepy town. And the kids have no inspiration. And when they see the, outside of the Black Box stage, we also have coming there the Groove the Groove Shack stage, which is all for young, anybody under 18, I think, is on that stage. And so people are not only going to see themselves on the Black Box stage, they're going to be seeing themselves on that stage as well. So really, really showing these kids like what you can do. Pick up a guitar, join a band, go support a band, buy a t-shirt, all of these things. We have to become a networking community. And, the best way to do that is to bring these kids out and show them what's available here.
Heck yeah. I accept all your terms and conditions. I tell you what, though, Kristen, I'm gonna ask you that same question. But before I ask you that question, I think we need to jam again. And there's I believe there's a headliner. Is it Brandon V?
Yes, that's our headliner.
Okay, so what's unique about this is I was like, yo, this is crazy, because like he's got like this mix of there's a little bit of K-Dot, a little bit of Kendrick in there, a little bit there's a couple of different things where I'm like, okay, I see. Okay, I see how you blend it all together.
Ladies better be ready to fall in love too.
Okay, so we're gonna jam a little bit.
Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. My name is Brandon V, and I got a lovely song here for you guys called Java Love.
Hold on, I just have to pause it really quick to say that our producer, I could see him in the studio as well, and he's jamming with us, just as a heads up. Like, I want to bring him in while he's dancing to surprise, but I'm not going to do that to him.
Do it.
I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it.
He's laughing.
Yeah. Coffee with a splash of milk. I can tell you how it feels. When I drink you down, the feeling's real. Take my time before we break the seal, cause I wanna get close to you. Pure smelling like aroma, huh? You like coffee, mama, straight from Ethiopia. Wanna show you all my love. Caution that you're hot, I just know you're not. They just wanna put the label on. They just judging, let me tell you something. Yeah, your beauty, nothing to be waiting on. She keep it fresh, no matter how long it took her sweet. But you keep it on the low like sugar. I need you in the morning, by the afternoon I'm falling. So give me another cup of your love, baby. Calling, cause I got what you need. Savor it now, please, yeah. Don't toss away my love. Don't take one sip and then dip. Real love and I miss. I had to say, I need your Java love. Oh yeah. I need your Java love.
I love this so much.
Java love, Melon ain't my medicine. Everything I love it when I need that, I love that. Give me your love. For you are my happiness. Straight black with no additives. Trying to change what you made up and say it's better, call that fake love.
I gotta tell you, so my problem is that I can do this all day. I just like we just gonna let this ride like nonstop. But that wouldn't be right because we can only give people samples. Because if they want to get the full experience, what do they got to do?
Come to the festival November 5th, Space Coast Music Festival. It's free 99.
Woo! Listen, it's the best price on the planet when it's free. You mean to tell me that people can come out for free and get all this amazingness?
Yes.
That doesn't mean don't bring your money though, because we have merchandise, we have vendors out there, we have food out there.
You still gonna need to buy food. Jay, I could dig it as well. That was absolutely awesome. Okay, so really quick, if you could do me a favor, give me a quick rundown of who else is going to be on there, and then Kristen, I'm going to ask you the same question: why should people come out? But I also might show people why they should come out. So I'm gonna have to show them a little bit of Kristen Warren if you're okay with that.
So
sure.
The rest of the list of who's coming out after Mike Roy, we have Justice Holiday.
Okay.
Eugene Snowden, which we mentioned. Faithful Hazel Walker.
Time out. Wait, you got Faithful Hazel?
Faithful
Man,
Hazel.
She was a guest on season 1 of True Colors. She was a guest on our program.
That's one of my mentors and dear friends. Like that's somebody that has like she is more than a spoken word artist. Like that woman.
I said this on this program. She's Brevard County's Amanda Gorman. And if we don't utilize it that way, where it's shame on us. That woman, I saw her this weekend. She's amazing.
Yeah. Heavy, just a wise soul there. I love her dearly.
Oh yeah. Okay, keep it coming. That was cool.
That's okay,
when you said, I was like, hey, I know her. We interviewed her. Okay.
Oh, you should get excited. Okay, so right after Faithful, we have Carnage. Carnage is actually doing a project for Black Box where he with Kadira Bey are doing some artwork for this. So aside from his rapping, he is I've heard him personally a few times. He is one of those rappers that makes you think about things. He really does speak on what's happening right now, and he's deep. He's a very, very deep guy, and amazing artist. And then also we have Am coming after that, Sharp. And then following that, we have Midas the Beast with Sharp. And then following that, we are doing something seriously interesting and amazing. And I love this. I love gospel. I grew up in Texas. I went to the Potter's House as a child, and gospel is something that I truly love. And so I'm so excited to say that Joy in the Morning Gospel Ensemble is going to be joining us. And then following that, Kristen plays favorites. Following that is Creek. I want you to interrupt here, and if you could tell us about Creek and the members and everybody and how you put this together, because I think that deserves a little a pause.
Okay. In my opinion, Creek is the best band in Brevard County. To me, they're the best. I'll say it. I love them. They're really, and that's it. That's it. So Creek is originally Daniel Timbush on keys, organ, Ashton Bailey Gould on drums, his brother Ethan Bailey Gould on guitar, right? And then Thomas Milivac on bass. And they are all music
artists.
Top tier artists, music prodigies that I've just had.
They're on your Tiny
Don't
Desk,
Eat the
right?
King. Yes, they're on Don't Eat the King. Yeah. And I just had
see them today.
You may. I have had the privilege of getting to know them over the years, and once they formed a band, it just seemed like the natural answer. And so we had the honor of headlining last year, and then I said, "Well, come do your own set for this stage this year." Some of the members are going to be swapped out because Ethan right now is studying music at the Peabody Conservatory of Music in Baltimore. We're very proud of him. Yeah, very proud of him, but he's got things to do. So a few of the members will be swapped out this go round, but it's still going to be a highlight of that night. So I'm very excited. I'll probably sit in with them for a song as well.
Well, and then that's why I'm like, hey man, Brevard County is full of talent. And it's absolutely brilliant and amazing talent. One of the things I was really happy is we were able to partner with where this show actually got its legs, and that is with Lead Brevard during our Juneteenth event. And we were able to bring you and Creek out. So I've actually seen you all live. And it didn't matter that it was 802 degrees out there. Because Juneteenth be outside. It'd be outside festival in June. But you guys were absolutely amazing and brilliant and wonderful. I mean, it was fantastic. So
thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
following.
If you can give me them real quick because I want to show people.
Of course, I just want to mention all the bands because they all deserve to be mentioned.
Gotcha.
After we have Am, Sharp, Midas the Beast, Join the Wind Creek. Midnight Groove is coming on after that. Hey, that's my best friend, by the way.
Right.
That's my little best friend. He knows the secrets of the universe, I'm pretty sure. Midnight Groove is coming on after that, and they are just like how they sound. Midnight Groove, sassy. Hijas de la Muerte is coming on after that, and then we'll be closing out with Brandon V.
Okay. I think that it's going to be an absolute fantastic, absolute brilliant, fantastic event. It is taking place November 5th from 12 p.m. until November 6th, 12:30 a.m. So that lets you know right now you are going to be you're going to have an opportunity to jam for a very long time. So yes, make sure you bring some money to buy food, to buy drinks, to support the local vendors, the local artists that are out there. You can also check it out on Facebook, which we have scrolling at the bottom here, which is www.facebook.blackboxblackout, as well as you can go to Facebook/Space Coast Music Festival, Facebook.com/Facebook Music Festival, because I can see and read. And to bring us home today, I really think that it would be a shame if we don't get an opportunity to hear you sing, Kristen. I'm not going to make you sing live. If they want to see you sing live, they're going to have to show up. But on Saturday. But for now, I want to make sure that we get to meet this amazing band and see your phenomenal talent. And so, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's go ahead and give it up for Kristen Warren.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kristen Warren. This is the phenomenal band Creek. We are coming to you from Brevard County, Florida, O'Galley Arts District, from the amazing Derek Gore's Art Gallery.
Shouting out Brevard County.
Right now we're going to do an original song for you called Don't Eat the King.
Shout out to Derek Gore's for sure.
You're flying high and people judge below, thinking lonely of you, baby, they don't know. I can see the sacred swelter of your soul. Breathe it into me, be eternally over me. Said listen to yourself and be the light you are. They drag on your name and shame you near and far. You are not monster, you're a shooting star. Sing every scale of your tale, sing it well. Just don't eat the king. Whatever you do, leave the king alone. Leave him on his throne. Said don't eat the king. Whatever you do, leave the king alone. Said don't you know the kingdom is
All right,
a lonely
again,
place?
that is the Space Coast Music Festival. It is going to be taking place November 5th from 12 p.m. to November 6th, 12:30 a.m. Come out, hear amazing music, hang out with amazing people, have amazing time. Come support your local artists. I'm telling you right now, we have so much amazing talent. And thank you so much, Kristen, for having the vision, for saying that you were going to bring all this together, that you were going to bring all these artists who are Black and brown artists, gather them up and say, hey, we're here. We need to make sure people understand, they know who we are and the talent and the genius that we bring to the table. And I'm so happy that you all decided to do it. Lauren, thank you for helping her bring this to life.
And getting
Thank
them
you.
paid too.
Yes, and getting them paid. Thank you, Lauren, for helping to bring this to life. Thank you both for joining us today. I'm David Jones. This has been True Colors, episode 3. We will be back. But, you know, we're going to have to make sure that we get some footage out at the festival so we can highlight and show people like, yo, telling you, like, you should be there. But if you can't be there, we'll show you what you missed. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day. And check out at Kristen Warren Music. That's your handle on everything? Like Facebook, Instagram?
On Instagram.
On Instagram. And go to YouTube.
Yes, Facebook and Instagram, yes.
Go to YouTube, type in Kristen Warren, and you're welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic day. We'll see you next time.
Peace out.